Hey loves, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys 3 delicious dinner ideas that I eat on a regular basis for weight loss. You can either use an air fryer for this, fry it regularly, or you can bake it. It's your choice. But I'll be showing you guys how to make lemon pepper wings, Cajun fried fish, and some delicious bacon cheeseburgers. So if you want to see what I whip up, please stay tuned. Okay, so the first recipe that we're going to start off with is some lemon pepper wings. We're going to need some lemon pepper seasoning, salt, black pepper, and also some garlic powder. Now, I already seasoned one side of the chicken wings here, and what you'll see in the next clip is basically me flipping these over and then seasoning the other side. Once everything is thoroughly seasoned, I'm just going to go ahead and add some oil. You can add your oil of choice here and just coat the wings with the oil. And then I'm going to go in with a little bit of baking powder to sprinkle all over the chicken and just give that a really good mix. The baking powder is to make the wings just a little bit more crispy. I'm telling you, it's a definite game changer. Add the baking powder to the chicken. Now I'm going to go ahead and add the chicken to my air fryer. At this point, if you don't have an air fryer, you can regularly fry the wings until they're done. Okay, so now I'm going to put these in my air fryer at 375 degrees for 25 minutes, flipping them halfway through. Here we're about a little over the halfway mark, so now I'm going to go ahead and give them a flip. While the wings are cooking up, I'm going to go ahead and make some cheesy cauliflower rice on the side. Okay, so now our 25 minutes are up. You can either leave it here, but you know, with my wings, we're not done just yet. So now what we're going to do is melt about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter. We're going to season that butter up with some more lemon pepper seasoning. I also add like a zesty seasoning blend, but you can just opt for just the lemon pepper seasoning if you like. And then we're going to go ahead and give that a good stir. Make sure the butter is melted. And then we're going to toss our crispy wings inside of here. When I tell you this kicks off the pepper wings, the lemon pepper wings, it kicks it off. Super, super delicious. Y'all, look at that goodness right there. I wish I had some right now. Okay, guys, so this is our first meal. Butter, lemon pepper wings, and cheesy cauliflower rice. Bomb! I cannot wait to eat this. Okay guys, so the next recipe that I'm going to show you is this delicious Cajun fish fry recipe that I got from Papa G on YouTube. I'll be sure to link him down below. Everything that I've tried from him has been really good. Now I did do this recipe once before, the way that it was on the original video, and it was a complete fail. If I have a picture, I'll insert it so you can see how it looked. But all of the breading ended up falling off when I tried to fry it. So I don't know if I had too much oil. I don't know if the oil was not hot enough. I don't know, but I still ate it even though all of the breading came off, and it was still delicious. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna have to try this again. So I tried it again, but I just did it with an air fryer instead. I also think that you can bake this and it will taste just as good. Or you can just try to fry it. Just make sure that your oil is really hot, and maybe that you don't have too much oil. Maybe, I don't know if I didn't do it right and that's why it just didn't stick. But I've been doing it since then. I've made this recipe probably like 5 or 6 times in the air fryer, and it is delicious every single time. Like, I'm in love. So I'm gonna do the fish recipe, and I'm also gonna do the tartar sauce recipe that's on his channel, because trust me, when I say I eat it all the time, I do. So I have to show you guys this as far as a dinner idea, because it is so good. So, and it's quick too. It's 18 minutes in the air fryer. So one of the reasons I think it's really good is because of the Cajun recipe, the Cajun season that he has. It's like a homemade one. So I made some already, and I already have some here. I just transferred into an old onion powder thing, so I can just sprinkle it a little easier. But basically the seasoning is for 4 fillets. It's 1 tablespoon of paprika, 2.5 teaspoons of salt, 1.5 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. If you don't like a lot of spice, which I don't, so I just put like a sprinkle of cayenne pepper, or I put like maybe a 1/2 teaspoon instead of a full teaspoon. So you can, you know, change it to your liking. And then it's also 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1 teaspoon of onion powder, a 1/2 teaspoon of dried thyme, and a 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano. I've never had dried oregano, so I never put that in, but I did use all of the other ingredients. So first of all, I think it's the seasoning. Make you some of the seasoning, because it's very delicious. And so first you start off by seasoning it, and I season it liberally. I like it all to have like that color to it. So that's the seasoning. Now this is the secret of his recipe, is yellow mustard. And then when I first saw it, I was like, mustard? I ain't never had no mustard on no fish. But he swore that it brings out the flavoring and you're not gonna taste the mustard. So I was like, okay, let me try it. Listen, did I detect a lie? Was there a lie? There was no lie. It's bomb, okay? So what I do is just kind of shake it up and just add some mustard on there liberally. And I've heard of mustard on chicken, but I had never heard of it on fish before. So we're gonna do this to both sides and we're gonna rub in that mustard. But before we do that, the next step of this is having some pork rinds panko, or basically some smashed up pork rinds to mimic breadcrumbs. If you're in the keto community, we already know about this. And we're gonna put some of that. And then we're gonna also season the pork rinds. I'm putting some of the seasoning here. Let me go out a little bit because I'm a little zoomed in. I zoomed out a little bit. So I'm gonna also put some of the seasoning inside of the pork rinds as well. Give it a good toss. The next thing I like to do is just have my air fryer canister. And this is it. Just have it ready and sitting to the side. So as soon as I season this and bread it, I just put it straight into the air fryer. And I'll show you an overhead view of how that looks. So I'm gonna stop talking. I'm just gonna show you what I do. So we're gonna season both sides. We're gonna put the mustard. We're gonna put it in the panko. And one last step is that I do put some oil inside of a spray bottle. And then I spray the bottom of my air fryer. And then I spray the top of the fish. So you don't have to flip this over. At first I was flipping it over, and then one time I decided not to, and you don't even have to. I don't know, because of the air is flowing and circulating all around it, you don't have to do that. So basically I spray it with oil. You can spray it with an oil spray or actual oil, and this has worked for me. So I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking, and you'll see me go ahead and bread this up. Okay, so here is what the fish look like. And now I'm going to take my oil and just spread all over the fish. My camera's a little light, but you can do oil spray. Let me see. It doesn't have to be, you can do just like olive oil spray or something like that. I just wanted the real taste of like oil so it can feel like it's fried. Okay, so it's just coming out like, it's about to be so bomb. Okay, so this is what it looks like up close. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this in my air fryer for 18 minutes. That has been the time that's kind of worked for me. Okay, about to start. Okay, you guys, and while the fish is cooking, I'm just going to show you how to make Papa G's tartar sauce that I make to go with this, which is delicious as well. And it's only 3 ingredients. Super, super easy. So all you're going to need is 1/3 of a cup of mayo. And this makes more than enough. Then you're going to need 1/4 of a cup of dill relish, not the sweet relish. The dill relish only has 1 carb for 1 tablespoon. Okay, so we're going to use 1/4 of a cup. And I like the one in the jar better, but when I went to go buy some more, I was not able to find the one in the jar of the classic. And sometimes I'll add even a little more relish because I love it. So that's our relish. Get that. And I only have a tiny bit left inside of here, so I'm gonna just go ahead and put that in as well. So you can really just play with it and find out what ratio you like. But you know it's pickled, so it's salty, which I like. I love salt. And then now you're just gonna add a sprinkle of garlic powder. And I think he says 1/8 of a teaspoon or something if I'm not mistaken, but I just sprinkle it in there. And then you just give it a good mix. And I'm telling you guys, when you eat it with that fish, oh my gosh, it's so good. It's so good. And before I was making my tartar sauce with sweet relish, which is good too, but I don't know. I seem to like this one better. So this is what you get. Then I put it in the refrigerator, let it thicken up a little bit. But it's perfect just like this as well. So this is what I'll have on the side of my 2 pieces of fish. Okay guys, so this is what our fish is looking like so far. Bomb and golden brown. I think we still have about 7 minutes left, so you can see. Alright, let's keep cooking. Okay, you guys, so my battery died, so I am doing all of this on my cell phone and trying to do one hand, get the food on the plate, and the other hand, hold the cell phone. So please bear with me. But this is how our fish came out looking. Crispy and delicious, golden brown. And let's go ahead. Plate. That's what it's looking like. Oh no, my other piece broke. Get it together. other piece. Oh wow. It's looking quite delicious right now. Oh my goodness. When I tell you this is bomb. And remember, we have our tartar sauce that has been in the refrigerator waiting to be plated. So I'm going to put some of that on here. See how nice and thick it got since it's been in the fridge. Ooh wee! Ooh wee, ooh wee, ooh wee. Trust me, you guys, this dish is delicious. So I hope that you enjoyed this dinner recipe. And now we'll get on to our next one. Try this one. Try this. This is fire. This is delicious. This is good. Bomb, bomb, bomb. Okay, you guys, so our next meal is going to be bacon cheeseburgers, and this is one of my favorite meals to make when I'm in a crunch for time and I don't want to spend a whole bunch of time. I love to dress mine up with some grilled onions. I know grilled onions can be a little bit higher in carbs, but girl, I can't have the burger without it. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off with grilling up some onions. So I'm just adding some oil here in the pan. Y'all, and I had this the other day. It was so delicious. You know, after you eat something, you're like, oh my gosh, that was good. Like, you have to verbalize it. You have to say it. Like, that's how I felt about this meal. It's so good. So, I'm going to add some onion in here with the oil. And then I'm going to season up the onions with some just salt, pepper, and garlic powder. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and just stir this over high heat or medium high heat until this caramelizes. So, and then while this is cooking up, I'm gonna go ahead and cook up our bacon as well. And I have like the big thick slice bacon, so I'm gonna go ahead and just like kind of cut them in half or tear them in half. And I put just one slice of bacon per burger cut in half. So I'm cooking for me, my cousin, and my son. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and get the bacon started while this browns up. Okay, you guys, so our onions are done, and I'm just going to show you how they look. They are so brown, bomb, and caramelized. Yes, those are going to be so delicious. I still got my second round of bacon cooking over there. Now I'm going to use these frozen burger patties. I got these from my local Food for Less. There's 8 of them in a pack. And these are 4 carbs per patty with 2 dietary fibers. So it is 2 net carbs per patty. And our bacon is 0 carbs. So that is the bomb. And basically I cooked these for about 9 minutes. And that gives them like the perfect texture. So I'll put them on medium-high heat. And I just season them with my normal seasoning, which is typically like seasoned salt, but recently I haven't been wanting to put seasoned salt on them. I kind of like it better with just regular salt, pepper, garlic powder and onion powder. So I'm gonna throw 4 of them in there right now. And yeah, these are bomb when you're in a pinch for time. Like 9 minutes to make it. And if you don't want to put all those extra fixings on it, it will be even faster if you just want to make a regular cheeseburger. So let's get these cooking. What I like to do is let it cook and soften up on the other side just a little bit. So that I feel like the seasonings kind of seep in instead of just putting seasonings on something that's rock hard frozen. So I let this cook for like a couple seconds just so it softens up a little bit. Then I flip it over and then season it. So now that it's softened up a little bit, put a generous amount of my seasoning. You want all of that to seep in there. So this is my garlic powder. And here's my pepper. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So I'm going to just turn this really quickly, because all I did was to turn it over so that I can season it. Okay, you guys, so this is our burgers. They're pretty much done. They over here frying up like it's straight out of a restaurant. Now these ones are for my son and my cousin. So I'm gonna make mine and then I'll show you guys how I dress mine up. Cause theirs, they got their bread and stuff. Let me show you. Hold up. Oh, I ain't got nothing of what they got. This is what they got going on. Bacon, they got their bread happening. I don't have none of that. Okay, you guys, so my burger is done. So I'm just gonna go ahead and dress it up and show you how I do so. Here is my burgers. And y'all, when I tell you, the last time I had this, it was delicious, okay? And now I'm gonna go ahead and add my sliced cheese. I'm using this deluxe cheese from Kroger. You waiting on me?
I'm just really watching.
Y'all, I'm gonna microwave this for like 20 seconds. Okay, so now the cheese is all melty and delicious. And from here, I go ahead and add a good amount of mayo. And basically I just fix this up like any burger. And this way you get your fats in too. Instead of going to McDonald's and ordering their burger list or bread list and stuff, you can definitely do this yourself. Next, I'm gonna go ahead and add some no sugar added ketchup. Okay, and now I'm gonna add our grilled onion to the top. I'm telling you, this just sets it off with the flavor. And you can totally omit this if you're not into onions, but I love onions, so this just makes it taste so good. You can totally leave it here, or you can add some bacon, and that's what I like to do. So I'm just adding basically like 1 full slice of bacon. Y'all, listen when I say it's fire, please believe me. And then just recently, my cousin gave me an idea to add some pickle to the mix, and I did that. And girl, every time I have a bite, I would just put me a little bite of pickle with it, and oh, so good, so good. And I think each spear is about a carb, so you can totally add it or not add it. But please tell me, don't tell me. You don't need to tell me, because I know that looks delicious. Okay, you guys, and that's it. Bomb bacon cheeseburger with grilled onions with some pickle on the side. Super delicious. Okay, you guys, and that concludes my dinner ideas. I hope that you enjoyed this and it gave you some ideas to try, or maybe just a different way to do something. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. And if you try any of these recipes, make sure to tag me at Ketofasho, and I will share your pictures on my highlights on my page. And until my next video, have a blessed day, have a blessed week, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.